Welcome back to Adult Play Therapy Uncensored. Once again, I'm your host, the original John 20.
This is Jerry P.
And we are here in the beautiful city of Cedar Hill.
Yeah.
We're here at Hooters in Cedar Hill, Texas. Our sponsors, they allow us to come in and do what we do. So, we want to thank Cedar Hill, thank you guys, and Hooters, for all you do for us. But we are back. Another show, another episode. You get to hear us talk to you again, and we've got guests.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're going to let them introduce themselves to you first. All we have.
My name is Kim. I'm 1/3 of the Classy Exchange. Tanisha is not with us this evening. Hey, girl, we miss you. Wish you were here. But you can find me on Facebook at Kim Ross Bonner.
My name is Jay Brisco, 1/3 of the Classy Exchange. You can find me on Facebook at Jay Brisco or Instagram at F40_AW. AW stands for athleisure wear. I have an athleisure wear line, so if you're looking for athletic wear, I got you.
Nice. Now you guys see that now. See, we didn't point this out last second, but these are sisters, guys.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, man.
Same mama, same dad.
So, hey.
So it does happen.
Why do you have to tell people that in real life? Like, same mom, same dad.
Yeah.
All right, so we are locked and loaded, set, ready to go, and we're going to
Segment number 2. So the question is, ladies and gentlemen,
right on.
are things ever the same after cheating?
Are things ever the same after cheating?
Are they ever the same? Are you white clean?
I will jump this one off.
Okay.
Are you renewed?
What you got?
No.
Yeah. Nice blood. Or your blood.
I'm going to say this for my good people out here because you guys talk to me regularly.
Gotcha.
Hell no. Things are not the same after cheating. Now, it does not matter the type of person you are, which I'm one of those type of people that's like, okay, I get a benefit of the doubt. You're still young, you're working on it. But you gotta understand something.
You're still young.
You got two different situations that we have to deal with. One is if you're single and you've been cheated on, things aren't the same because there's no level of commitment. And I think then at that time you've shown me that there's no level of commitment.
Right.
Because if we committed, you wouldn't have done it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to look at the other side. If we're married and you cheat on me,
Oh, man.
then you have completely taken the commitment in which we vowed under God, you know what I'm saying, to give each other, and you've trashed it.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to on both ends, I'm going to be a good person, and I'm going to allow myself to forgive you and see if we can move on. But in reality, you have not given me anything that I can rely on or trust, believe that you won't do this again. And then the thing that is so important to the cheating and things being the same is there's an apology level. And I feel like you do that and you're not willing to go the length that may be required in apologizing for your action. Everyone isn't the same. Some people can take an I'm sorry and move forward, but some people need a consistency when it comes to I'm sorry in order to trust and believe again. And I feel like we as a person, me personally, if I cheat on you, I don't know if I can go a year.
This is fine.
With a heart. Yeah, that's why I don't do it.
Because I don't love you as much as I thought. It's like,
well, it's not really that.
I
An
disagree.
apology can be a much. You know what I'm saying? An apology can be much. Because if I cheat on someone, I owe an apology.
Yeah.
There's no excuse to why I did it. I did it because I wanted to do it.
When you say are things ever the same, I think that's a deep question.
It is.
Because I don't think they're ever the same. I think they could get back to a good place. I think they can be better.
Can she
but
be healed?
yes, but like you said, that takes a genuine apology and that takes
Time.
now. Yes, that takes time and that
Action
takes
change.
work and that takes effort and that takes me having to see or that person having to see a pattern of you doing the right things. Because you've broken trust.
That's
now that person doesn't trust you. Now you have to rebuild their trust.
Yes.
So, I mean, it depends. Are you a serial cheater? Has that person been cheated on several times? Some people can't bounce back from that. But if it's like a one-time thing, that may be something you can bounce back from. But I mean, I don't think it can ever be the same because I'm with you. Like, once it's kind of like done, now things have kind of shifted, and it's like now I need to understand what made you even make you completely broke what we had.
So I personally believe that it can get better, right? And this is going, what does she mean? So sometimes it takes relationships hitting rock bottom to really examine what's been going wrong. And for some people, cheating is rock bottom. For someone else, addiction may be rock bottom. There's so many things that can affect the relationship. We tend to hone in on cheating, but you know, it could be a lot of things. Maybe financially, you stop providing. Yeah. You know, it could be anything. So sometimes those ugly places allow us to draw back the curtain and really look at our relationship and say, okay, where have I gone wrong? Where have you gone wrong? And what do we need to do together to fix it? Because what I've found is that most relationships, regardless of who does the cheating or who's technically at fault, everybody's played a part in us getting to this point, right? So we have to kind of uncover what that is and decide, is our marriage worth it? If it's not worth it, then yeah, you go on and I go on. But if it's worth it, then let's figure out what we need to do together. And that's where it can be better. Because now we've uncovered this ugly thing and we're choosing to say, we're gonna work through this together.
But do you think everybody's played a part? You don't think there's situations where people are doing everything that they can do and their person chooses to cheat on them anyway?
Yeah.
With communication?
I think
I don't know about this.
So you think everybody who's cheated on somebody, they've had a reason to cheat on them?
I do.
I'm not saying
That's the level.
So there are some people that are downright selfish.
That's true, but you know they're going into it though. So you don't have to build a relationship with that person. I don't think there's a reason to cheat on somebody. I think there are usually signs that show that the person is unhappy.
But hold on, I don't feel like everybody that cheats is unhappy either. So that's the reason why I feel like I like this form, and I love having more, because she touched on some great, excellent topics and points to this. Sometimes you find yourself in a situation and you choose to say yes.
You just become selfish.
Selfish. I mean, come on, you gotta understand something. You can get comfortable in your situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can get comfortable, and I mean, and I'm talking in experience. I've been in a great relationship growing up, some good relationship with some good girls. You know, it might be a little clingy, that kind of way, but it wasn't so bad that I had to do certain things that I did. Like I told you, I carried myself a certain way that was immature at the time because of the fact that I was in a certain position.
Yeah.
So when you have options, and there's men out here as well as women that have options, household can be great, can be fantastic. But sometimes, damn it, I just want a little white chocolate. You know what I'm saying? I just want to taste it.
You want fast food.
Because
It's
I
for
want
the
icing on
home.
your cake.
It's for the home.
Exactly. It's like, you know, it ain't gonna get back to that.
So let me say this. If you are a living, breathing person, you have options.
Yes.
I think sometimes, I don't care how ugly you are, how fat you are, how skinny you are, what your teeth look like, there's somebody out there who wants you. Everybody on this earth has options, right? It just is what it is.
Some just have more than others.
Some people have more than others.
And that's what I'm thinking.
But when your spouse, your husband, your wife goes out to work, I don't doubt for a second when my husband goes to work or a local grocery store that someone says something to him, and I don't doubt it because I find him attractive, and I know when I go places, people try to approach me.
Exactly.
So it happens. But you have to make a choice that I'm not going to fall into that, right? You got to cut stuff off. And sometimes things, well, you know, they should not happen, let's be clear. But when they do, I think it goes back to what you said. Was it a one-off? Babe, I made a mistake, that shouldn't have happened. Or do I find out you've been taking this chick to eat, y'all going on vacations, you done bought her son some shoes. Now we into some more stuff, and now this is a totally different situation. This girl think he was her man. Now we into something different. So I personally, a lot of people are not gonna agree with me, but cheating is wrong, but I think there's respect levels to that thing too. I know a lot of people will be like that, but like there's respect levels to this. Like,
but still cheating.
Are we outright
cheating? But
cheating
I
is
do
cheating.
think it's levels.
Yeah. So did you just totally disregard my feelings and not give a F? Like, do all your boys know that you messing with Sarah and Sarah been around hanging out? Or, you know, now I'm feeling, now you disrespecting me even more on top of the cheating.
And that also is going to put down into the apology aspect if you have to apologize.
So now you're gonna have to work really
hard, yeah.
and it may take years. It may take years.
How strong is a woman's intuition when it comes to that?
Oh, it's strong.
I'm not gonna
And y'all should be strong too.
Very strong.
Everybody.
Very strong.
Everybody.
Every time I go looking for something, I found something.
Oh,
Very
Hey,
strong.
it's not. See let's do it like that. That's not intuition. That's just you messed up. You know, come on, she said every time.
Because
I'm
she
not
had
even
it.
looking to it. I just find something.
No.
That's normally what happens. Niggas, y'all be messing up.
No,
Stop
listen.
leaving stuff out.
Okay,
you got your
so-
phone left out. Nigga, why your phone left
Now
out?
listen, there are no.
Get a burner. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, the fact that we're in a relationship and you my husband or my man,
Yeah.
especially my husband, I'm not gonna speak to a boyfriend, girlfriend, but I should have the code to your phone.
Right.
There's no reason
Yeah,
like
That's
your
why I got
phone
the
should be.
company phone. I'm just saying. Well, hold on.
Let me just say this.
Yes.
If you take your phone with you, if it's always face down, you
Yeah.
go take a shower with your phone going in the bathroom.
You get nervous and say,
I
oh,
like to listen to music in the shower.
Something is going on. You won't know. Y'all think this is crazy, but women's intuition is crazy. Like every time, there could be a time out the blue, I'm like, something don't feel right. Let me check his phone. And men be like, feeling like we look through y'all stuff.
Yeah.
Now there are some crazy women like that look through, but sometimes we as women we get an intuition to be like, check this drawer, check this drawer.
the Lord has spoken to your spirit.
We find something.
And you telling me 10 times out of 10 you find something.
Yes, every time.
And see, that's the reason why I tell you all the time, Jerry.
Help me
Yeah,
out.
this is some bull. Because no, listen, because you heard what she said. Intuition. I want to check your phone. You know how many dates I've been with these females take their phone wherever they go. Why your phone turn on? You got why the volume off?
Yeah.
You can leave your volume on when you're at the crib. It's all good. What you mean? Are you insecure? And I'm like, I hear my dudes complain about that, but we have intuition. If that phone is tucked down deep in your purse and you missed your mama call, why you with me?
So that means
Why
your
would you
intuition.
But hold
You
on.
gotta
If you gotta check my phone every time you hit the door, where your phone is. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
So here's the
You know
thing.
what's
You
crazy?
know what
Most
I
people
feel like, oh, go ahead.
most people are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
When your habits begin to change,
There
there's a
you go.
problem. So like, I keep my phone off at work. This is the best thing to do. So that means when I come home, my phone is still off. It has nothing to do with nothing, but my phone is face up, it's sitting down, and my husband want to grab it, it's no problem.
Right.
If I need to grab his phone, it's no problem. But if it's when your habits and your patterns begin to change, so you get off at 2:30, you normally home at 3:30, now you starting to come home at 5:30, what's happening in that 2-hour window? You know what I'm saying? Like your
You coming
patterns.
home dusty, but you dressing up to go to the grocery store.
Yes,
Right.
You know
yes.
what I'm saying?
I was hanging with
You ain't been hanging with the fellas, but now all of a sudden you just want to live your best life with your boys. I'm
That's why I'm
getting,
sweating.
and women too. We begin to perform differently too. If your woman, you know, is starting to be a little extra, more razzle dazzle with her appearance,
Yeah.
above and beyond what she normally does, maybe it's something going on.
You know, women, I'm
Might
putting
wanna
in
pay
that work,
attention.
she done choked.
Yeah.
What you never choked?
You like that.
I like it, though. I like that.
I like
Okay,
that.
listen, let me ask y'all this, because
Yeah.
I've heard this before. So, I've heard that it's in a man's nature to cheat. So they can just cheat for no reason. But most times, if a woman cheats, it's an emotional connection.
Okay, can I say this? For starters, if you don't mind, Jared, for starters, I don't believe in none of those cliches. It's not in a man's nature to do none of the above. I hate that people put those stigmas on us. And I feel like that's the reason why I work so hard, like I was saying to you guys earlier, to be a man of dignity, because this is like saying, well, if you see a good-looking guy and he's not married, oh, he's a player.
Yeah.
That's not true.
That's true.
I'm just not married because women are trash. You know what I'm saying? The ones I run into. You
But
don't
do you
want
feel
to have
like,
brothers.
is it harder for men to accept
You
a
do?
woman?
I do though, because I feel like animals are gonna be animals. People are gonna be people, and if it wasn't any rules to the game,
Right.
that would definitely be happening. So I do feel like we as human beings, we're animals.
Yeah, but you're a higher level of an animal. You're an intelligent
I mean, men
animal.
and women. I mean, men and
Okay,
women.
she said
Men and
specifically
women,
men, though.
naturally, if you get around another person that you're attracted to,
Yes.
you got chemistry, you know, naturally, if there were no rules, you would want to.
No, I get that, but she said specifically men.
No, I think it's men and women. But when the rules come in and the discipline comes in and the oaths come in and the you know commitments come in, it's like, yo, okay, yeah, this person is attractive, but I ain't fucking.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that, but you know. So,
but okay, I get you. But we're not raw animals. We have an intelligence level that other animals don't have.
Right.
So our cognitive is at a whole different level. So you can't compare yourself to a dog walking the street just trying to hunch on anything when it's in heat. Like you have to.
Even homeless people have sex.
And they have it. They do. They come in all the time. But they have sex with other homeless.
Nursing home.
Everybody.
Just saying.
But here's the thing. I can acknowledge that you're a handsome man, but that doesn't mean that I want to do something more with you outside of noticing that someone is handsome. I notice that women are beautiful. That doesn't mean that I want to do something with them. So there's something in us called self-control that we have, right? Mm-hmm. And reasoning where you can say no. And even women, but I'm just saying, it's not in our nature to just want to go sleep with everyone.
No, he was saying
that. Even if you're married, so even if you weren't married, if you didn't have any kids, if you met somebody at the club that you were really attracted to, and they really look good, they really smell good, they took you out to eat.
Still would do it, that would make me a hoe.
That would make you want to be like, you know what? I want to explore this.
I would say that either. I think being a hoe, but we talked about being a hoe. I think that's when you kind of, all your ambitions is kind of down and you just go in and, you know what I'm saying, all the time.
Well,
like once in a while, is, you know what I'm saying, it's one thing, but all the time is another. You know,
30 ambitions to the win, man.
Yeah.
But is it different for a man when a woman cheats on them?
It is.
Or is it?
Definitely, you know.
Because I feel like for women, society has built us to feel like cheating is acceptable.
Right.
Like when you look at your moms, your aunts, not talking about my family, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them have accepted cheating. And so it's like, I feel like as women, that's something that we feel like we have to go through. Whereas a man, if they're cheated on, it's like, nah, I'm done.
So can I clarify something real quick? When you say a lot of them have accepted cheating, did they have an episode where their husband cheated and they worked on their marriage? Or are you saying they just accepted cheating? Like, oh, I know Paul cheats and it's fine. He can, you know, this is
when I say accepted, whatever pattern you've been through, whether it's 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, a pattern at one time where he cheated and you decided to take him back, that's a term of time that person cheated, that you decided, okay, I'm going to continue to stay with this person through this. And a lot of women stay through knowing that they're being cheated on, and they still stay in those relationships because they feel like that's what they're supposed to do.
You don't get the glory if you don't stay through them years, though. If you look at it like right now, if you get married, you want to be married. People usually are married, 40, 50 years. Right? If you have a month of some off shit in 40 and 50 years, that month is like, alright.
A consistent month of cheating.
I could understand what Jason, let me say this to clarify. Because, we did a show and we were talking about how women were, it was placed in them that if my husband beat me, he loved me.
Yeah, it's someone
if he cheats on me, you know what I'm saying, girl, you take him back. Mm-hmm. That's a good man because he's paying the bills.
Yeah, that's what men
do. It gives a woman the stigma that I have to tolerate any and everything my husband gives me.
And I don't think that's true.
But I'm saying that's in the past. I think that's back in grandpa's days. I think that's one of those ancient rules. One of those ancient rules. And I'm thinking that's what she was saying. Is it still today kind of embedded in someone's mind? And to answer that, from what I experienced in conversation, I do feel like women are raised, some women are raised to accept certain men's behavior. Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you where, and we talk about this all the time. I feel like if a man makes a certain amount of money, women tolerate more from him. If you had a millionaire and he's cheating on you, are you gonna go and if you get divorced, you ain't getting nothing? Yeah. Are you going back to the ghetto that you came from with nothing, or are you gonna say?
So let me say this. If I married a millionaire, I'm never going back to the ghetto that I came from because I'm gonna tell you why. Watch some of these women that we know that marry famous man from famous man to famous man. You are now in a new circle that you've never been in before. You better network your ass off and get to know as many people as you can. And if you're a millionaire, you've been giving me money. I've been stacking some of my coins. There's no way in hell I'm going back to whatever I came from.
That's the difference. Like I said, with our viewers here, you're an intelligent woman compared to some of these women that live day to day. They live bag for bag.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a lot of women who marry for a lifestyle. They don't care if they get cheated on. They live in a certain lifestyle.
That's it. And they're not smart. And they don't understand what's going on. So they don't understand how to come up. What I'm saying, let me answer this question real quick before we get on that one, because I want to change subject. She asked a very important question, and that was, when it comes to cheating, do men take it, you know what I'm saying, like heavy as a woman?
Yeah.
And like Jerry said, yeah, we do. That's number one. I feel like it really pierces. And I feel like unlike women, we're so insecure, regardless of how big of a man you are, I feel like we just, as long as it comes back home to us. You know what I'm saying? There's power in the P. I'm going to say that.
It is.
That is different from the D.
Okay.
Not only that, but when it comes to the apology aspects of things, when a man cheats on a woman, I feel like a woman drags us through the ringer for the apology. Like, this apology can last
years.
Nigga, we done got married, nigga, we pop our mama on the front porch.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you know when you called yourself trying to cheat with Sister Peters at the church. But, you see what I'm saying? But when it comes to us, but when it comes to us, when a woman cheats on us, it's not common for us to be able to express our emotions like that. It's like, you know what I'm saying, you cheated. Where are you going? I'm going out with the girls, but hold on. What time are you going out? When you coming back? Like, nigga, I'll be back. You know, it's like, but no, we didn't have a situation. I'd already said I'm sorry. You need to forgive me. I feel like women are more headstrong when it comes to forgive me and nigga go on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To where we can't throw that same at you. We can't throw that same
We
curve.
want to know that you're not just apologizing to get back with us. We want to see that it's
Evidence.
really,
But see,
you're
we
really,
feel the same
but
way.
let me say
we
this,
don't want you
Brian.
just to apologize. We feel like, just because
Yeah.
I bought you a new bag or just because you came home and you hit the knees real quick, you know what I'm saying, baby, I'm
That you
sorry.
did.
That ain't enough. Like, damn, you defiled our relationship. Like, I feel like women always say, well, men are dogs, this and that and the third. But it's like, you do have those level of men that are really trying to be good niggas. Like, we good looking dudes, we make good money, and we don't sit here and pour all that into a female, and she don't went and did some foul things like that. And now, when another woman hit him, he's like, you know what I'm saying? It's I don't trust you because I already tried.
So men and women are by nature different, right?
Of course.
Men and women both can display what we call masculine or feminine tendencies in terms of how we act, but men and women are by nature just different. Women, from what I've experienced, not my personal experience, but what I've seen, is that women normally cheat based off emotion, where men normally cheat based off a pure, driven, carnal sex situation. So most women, I'm not feeling and men can feel it too, where you're not feeling appreciated at home, those type of things. But normally you're just going in purely for sex. It didn't mean nothing to me. It was just sex. Normally, a woman, normally, when I've seen women get sucked in, it's the man looking them in the eyes. It's the man listening to their problems. It's the man doing what he not doing at home. So maybe it's Valentine's Day at work and your husband didn't send you no flowers, but this man comes in with, even if it's one single rose, just to show you, if you was my girl, this is what I would do for you. And now you're being pulled in. Yes, I'm telling you from a woman's perspective.
I think that's fairy tale. I think that was the woman of yesterday. That's not the woman from today. Like I said,
there are some raw dog women who don't care.
But there's a lot today. See, the thing is, I appreciate you guys as females on the show because you guys do have character. You see what I'm saying? And just knowing a little bit about you, I totally appreciate the things that you've gone through and you're willing to go through. But these individuals here that we're actually talking to are in some different situations. And there's some women out here, like I was saying earlier, that's just running through dudes. They don't care nothing about, it's fun to them. It's exciting. I dated a female who did certain things. I liked her because she did certain things. But when it came down to trusting and really understanding, it's exciting to mess with a dude who's got a wife behind her back.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I honestly feel like good guys get a bad. Good guys get a bad rap. Like a lot of women aren't attracted to good guys. Guys that treat them good. Guys that they want the bad boys. They want somebody who got somebody. They want the excitement of certain things. So I think a lot of times good guys do get cheated on.
Yeah, and
Well,
I
back
feel
in
like
the day-
females are always out here cheating on good guys because some emotional breakdown or
Yeah.
something. I don't feel like that.
I could agree
I
with
feel
that.
like women are doing it because
They
they're
wanna do
selfish. They
Well,
wanna
well,
do it.
here's the thing.
It's good they
The
can do it.
women-
I'm getting all this extra attention. Hell yeah. I'm
It's
away from my
sometimes
man.
it's as simple as you
Let's hit the back of
Sometimes it's just as simple as that. Like
Yeah.
I hate when it comes to
Just
like,
be honest.
you know, a guy cheats on a lady and then she cheats back and she's like, well, I cheated because you cheated.
Yeah.
No, bitch.
Yeah.
You a cheater.
You a cheater, period.
You a cheater just like I am. So
But you don't feel like you sparked something when you cheated because now that person has a feeling that they're not good enough, that maybe they're going somewhere else.
So here's my opinion. If we're down in a tit for tat situation, we don't need to be together.
Yeah.
If you
I agree
cheat,
with that.
then we need to work it out. If I cheat, we need to work. But if we're gonna start going, you cheat, I cheat, you cheat, I cheat. At this point, we just don't need to be together because
Exactly.
now we're intentionally trying to
Hurt each other.
to hurt each other, and at this point, we don't even need to be together.
Although I've seen
But-
a relationship that worked that way.
What I will say is side chicks are being praised now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
I feel like people
before,
cheat just because they do.
if you was a side chick, you was humble. Like, you know, you mind your business, you didn't try. Now these side chicks, they are proud to say, I'm sleeping with such and such
Exactly.
husband. I'm doing this and this and
Now
that and
you're
the
talking about
third.
what
I
I'm
still
talking
don't understand that. Like, that, yeah.
Now you talking while I'm talking. That's why I say it ain't no emotional.
But that's not
It's just
all
like-
women. Those are
You're right.
specific
But
type
there
of
is there's a large following of them type of women. How many stars are there out there? Let me explain something to you. These females make sure that they are in the hotels, backstage. They are where they need to be when they want to be there. How they want to be. Your
But that
husband,
damn low
if
morals.
your husband, let your husband get 2 million likes on some type of social media that was like, oh, we
Yeah.
praising a certain good looking man. I've seen your husband. Not a bad looking dude. Them groupies are gonna be like, oh, he just got new likes. He got new likes. That
Oh,
means he
man.
got new money or new friends, new
Got new
followers.
eyes
They
on
don't
him.
know there's new eyes on him. Now your world is turned upside down, and you are a very attractive young woman yourself. But dudes don't hunt like women hunt. You guys are a whole different type of
We're
person.
not hunters?
That is true.
Am I lying now? Am I saying something that's
I
wrong?
know some women that are husbands.
Women are a
Some
whole
are,
different type
yeah.
of some. These basketball stars, baseball stars, football stars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You don't see no niggas hanging outside no Holiday Inn, no WNBA chick.
Nah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? They all men anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they
But
ain't
now
making
you
enough
let
money
Lil Wayne-
anyway,
oh, you
so.
let Lil Wayne come to Dallas and we let the world know what hotel
Yeah.
he's at. Every
But again,
with no
those are
clothes
certain
is on
caliber
fire.
of women who are going to
It's
be
as
doing
big
it.
as a calculator. I mean, you're talking about all
There
things.
is-
Listen, this is how big
Low
of a group of
vibration.
women that are hunters.
Low
This is how,
vibration.
right, look, this is how big a group of women that are faithful women that love their men, that will go to
I
church with their men.
disagree.
Love you, baby.
I just know because my friends, people that I hate,
So I think
We're
it's
like
a group
that.
of men that want to be married and love their
Yeah, that
women.
group's like right here. I'm trying to
Okay.
find. I'm still swimming through all that other stuff, trying to get to that little
Okay.
bit.
We hear it.
See, he got lucky. See, I did it.
I
See, so
disagree.
you don't
I
have
think-
to- you said something that I'm gonna jump on you about. You said, did you not?
Get a job.
He's the reason
Get
why
a Twitter.
he's married to a good. But damn it, if you got some friends, I need you to share the love.
But see, at this point, all my friends are married. Most of them are married.
See what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I'm so single. 'Cause
But
I'm
see,
swimming. I'm
but
trying
see,
to
you
find
want
it.
you want young,
I
old.
just want one that's going to beautiful personality, beautiful soul that can meet me in the middle and we can run together.
But
That's
see,
how
but
freaky
see,
that
I
I
think
be heard. How high do it have to be?
What you mean?
the freak me.
The freak meeting? We can just long as she's open minded, we can roll with it. Because I tell you, come on, I don't trip about that because some of you guys, y'all be lying. I don't do this, man. I get like, oh, okay, let's go. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
It's just being willing to learn, man.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Be
it.
open-minded.
That's it.
I'm not going to hurt you.
I'll teach you.
Well, let me say this
And then we
about
not worry about you. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something about fellas.
Go ahead.
Y'all always talk about she gotta be willing to learn and her freak meter gotta be here.
Right.
But a lot of y'all are not as great as you think you
Oh,
are.
most definitely.
So,
I
you
agree.
know, y'all make sure y'all are willing to
So y'all-
learn and willing to and willing to take instruction. men be willing to take instructions from the woman.
I'm for my book. I got a book of ratings. And I've been rated very, very good.
Okay, so can I ask y'all a yes or no question? So if you've been cheated on in your relationship, can it ever be the same again?
No.
In the current one, you
I
have.
say no.
I've been cheated on in relationships. I didn't start getting cheated on until I got older anyway. You know what I'm saying? I was like, females just lost their mind. I'm just like, okay, go ahead, do whatever you want. No, it ain't gonna be the same.
But see, that's the thing what make your wife not be honest with you if she did
I don't want to make love to you no more.
Well,
I want to hear it like he hit it. You know what I'm saying?
but what's interesting though, it's like we got a family together, we got a house together, all that kind of stuff. And we got years in the game together, so if she slipped up and had an accident, it would be devastating. It'd be traumatic and all that kind of stuff. And we'd have to get through it. I don't know how long it'll take, I don't know what resources we'd have to take.
But you would be willing to.
I'd be willing to. I'd be willing to.
And
It's
it's
not,
like
like I said, I'm a forgiving person. You know, I love my wife. You know, and I accept people for who they are. I got grace and all that kind of stuff. So if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. I'm not saying that that's gonna do no shit like that, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
You giving her the benefit of the
yeah,
doubt.
yeah, that's the
He just
point.
gave me a warning. Don't do that shit.
No, she know that. She know that. She knows
See, that's the thing
that.
about it I like, because at the end of the day, I do feel like both people should hold each other accountable. If it does happen, I may have a little bit of grace there for you, but actually better not happen, because at the end of the day, I don't want to have to test it. Because my grace might fall as, you know, a little short that I was willing to really admit to.
I ain't God, I ain't Joe.
There you go. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
You know?
Yeah. And I don't feel like, if, I'm saying like this, if you're in a relationship with me, there should be no reason why you just. Let's start.
Turn it on right there.
Yeah, right,
You know what I'm saying? That's really why. You just shouldn't want to.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you.
Talk to them.
You should not have to cheat with me, because number one, there's nothing I'm not willing to compromise in when it comes to my person. All right. Not only that, but when it comes down to cheating, I feel like you should be with a person that is. Let's not touch on that. We're gonna put it like this.
No, this is a master class right now. Come on, man. You should be with a
My
person.
freak meter is broken, y'all. This is
So let me give y'all
we can do
school.
what we need to do.
We
2,
talk
3s,
about-
we can just do it. You know what I'm saying? We need. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, all you gotta do is come talk to me. You know what I'm saying? You wanna do some things, we can do some things. We can set up some things. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
But we talk about cheating as if, okay, so I want to say this. Sex is normally the first thing to go in a marriage. And when I say that, people are going to be like, what? You get older, his stuff don't stop working, women's bodies changes. When you
think
when you
the first thing to go.
well, I'm just saying, it's going to go at some point. And it's not sex that keeps a marriage solid, right? It's important, and that shit. But if that's all you got anyway, I don't give a shit how high your freak meter is. If that's all you have, that is eventually gonna wane low. What else do you have? What else? What's our other connection? Where's our spiritual, emotional connection? Where's all of? Because you see
We
somebody.
married you, didn't we? There's all the connections you
But
need.
I'm just saying, like.
That ring, that's your spiritual connection.
So for single people, if it's just, man, we get it in like rabbits all the time, and every time I say I want to rip his clothes, I want to rip her clothes off, and we doing all this freaky stuff. Okay, but what else do you have?
But that's not a relationship.
Because I know women who feel like I am the bomb in bed. Why don't he want me though? Right? I gave him my best. I did all these things, tricks, doing it off the ceiling fans, whatever you got going on, but he still don't want you.
For men, you can be beautiful, you can be spiritually sound, you can be financially, fiscally responsible, all this stuff. If you ain't doing what you need to do in that bed,
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
We ain't in it.
And can I be honest with you?
That
What
can't
he's
be.
saying is so true. We can have the best woman in the world. If you look at TV and movies right now, they put it in your face. You look at gangsters, you look at mobsters, you look at old time, whatever. We have the best woman at home. She creates a great home for us. But we always have another one on the side. If you look at what type of woman is always on the side that they paint those pictures in these films and whatnot? Is always some slutty, promiscuous woman.
But is that who you want a wife? Is that who you want raising your kids? No.
But the thing is, it would be lovely
if the wife could have that, could tap into that too. Though.
Yes.
But sometimes y'all don't want your wives tapping into that.
Not me.
There are some men.
Completely.
There are some men who don't want to see them. There's some things that you would do to a woman in the street that you would not do to your wife for whatever reason.
He's a fool. I don't want to be out there with too many women in the first place. I didn't have that journey. It was a beautiful experience, but it was a sad experience. It was. Because the journey, you know what I'm saying, is magical if you're learning.
Yeah.
I feel like some people just had journeys that did shit, didn't learn nothing in the process.
Yeah.
I was learning. I'm not gonna lie to you. Here's the reason why my sessions are immaculate.
Tell them about the sessions, boy.
All I'm saying is, and I'm being serious right now, I feel like a man who's not trying to wife everything you're looking for is a fool. You are finding yourself, you're putting yourself in destruction, man. At the end of the day, I don't want a woman that, I don't care how educated you are, I don't care how eloquently you talk. Okay, cool. There's a bed that needs to be worked on. I need to see if your level of education goes that far. Because at the end of the day, seriously, at the end of the day, I'm gonna get stressed out. And when I get stressed out, I need a stress relief. We talk about man caves and things like that when it comes to us. And if you look at a man's cave, he has the things that he's into in that man cave. We go to the barbershop so we can relieve our stress and talk about our women and things that are going on. You see what I'm saying? I don't want that. I need to be able to come home. Baby, I know you had a bad day, I had a bad day. Let me run your bath. We get some food together. You cook tomorrow, whatever. I got you. When these kids go to bed,
I need to take care of you.
We about to have a whole different conversation because I'm about to massage you and I need you to massage him.
And that's the thing though, like guys, that's what we literally want. Like
exactly.
Things to go on in the bed. Like we want our wives to be that freaky. We want to, like you said, some things that guys will do to somebody outside the house that you want to do with the wife. I think that's so untrue.
But here's the thing. I think that when we use the term freaky, none of us knows really what freaky means to each person sitting up here.
Right.
So it's really about how do you and your partner relate sexually to each other. Because there's some things that may be considered freaky that is just too far outside my box. Right. And then there's some things that's well inside my box, right? And my husband will be like, oh, she's a freak. You know what I mean? So I think it's just you and your person.
As long as that box is a suggestion box.
Yes, you and your spouse has to be uniquely designed and compatible with one another when it comes to your sexuality.
But we saying that is necessary.
It is necessary. But don't think that that's all that's going to sustain your marriage. If your wife is good in the bed and that's
as a man, it is. I gotta go work.
I think it's important to men.
The intimacy of it
I don't think that there's like I would do this to this girl, but I wouldn't do it to my wife unless it's just degrading or whatever.
Yeah.
The main thing that you wouldn't do with your jump off that you would is spend time. Afterwards, you're gonna lay with your wife. After when you at a jump off, you're gonna be like, I'm ready for you to go. I don't really want to. So I think that's the difference. But I think as far as freaky, you should be willing to do.
But there are people who have niches and fetishes, and there are freaky things that are outside of most people's boxing at their table that they would not do with their spouse, but they're willing to go do it with someone else because that person is willing to feed into their fetish.
Yeah, let's say it that way. It's not that I'm not willing to do for a wife. Because, you know what I'm saying, if we talk like anal and stuff like that, I'm willing to stick it wherever, you know what I'm saying, wherever I can put it. But what I'm saying is, if she's not into it, I don't believe that you should force your woman to do it.
Yeah.
But that will raise a flag to some people if that's something he has to have. And it might cause him to go out and do that. Like, I've dated a female, we talk about cheating, let's digress. But I've dated a female before. Wonderful female. I'm talking about communication-wise, it was wonderful on all levels, everything. You know what I'm saying? We had great communication. We could work together. She was ambitious. Everything was good. But she had one thing that was a deal breaker, period. And
What was her deal breaker? Say it. We need to understand.
You knew they wasn't gonna ride.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, she knows. It's like she was all. This is a whole different episode. You know what I'm saying? She don't know. Okay, I'll just tell you. All right. She liked the man to masturbate in front of her.
Okay.
That was her thing. It turned her on. She wanted to be with him. She wanted to have him masturbate in front of her. That gets her right, and she wants to get at it again, catch it when it's ready. You know, catch it when it's hot.
I respect it.
Right.
And you didn't like that.
But I don't do that.
Yeah.
So that was a deal breaker.
Yeah.
I'm talking about literally, bro. We in the bedroom. We just got through an immaculate session. Oh, and I'm telling you, I'm in love. Like I'm like.
It's all right.
I'm like, nah, it was going all right. I was like, hey, you know, I'm about to go run my errands. I see you back at the house at 7. Like, you can have a key.
There you go.
You dig what I'm saying? I was in that thing. I was always doing. We were good. I thought this was a month. And then you spring up at this time that, baby, I want to go further with you. 1 month.
Okay.
I'm about to get married. I was ready. But I got to tell you something. What's that? I noticed such and such. I noticed you don't masturbate, or you have. Do you masturbate when I'm not around? You know, because you don't have to do that. You can do that in front of me, and I'm like, I don't touch myself. I don't like me that well.
I love me.
Oh, I love me, but not that well.
Yeah.
I mean, plus I'm lazy, I guess you want to call it. I just never explored that when I was a kid because I feel like there's plenty of you guys out there doing it.
There you go.
Therefore, I don't know how to do it, and I credit men that can. They have way more power than me because I've had to break myself from certain things growing up because I found myself like in need of, I need a release. I need to go find me somebody to release this. So I did date around like that, but I credit men and I give them all types of love that they've explored themselves in that way, and I didn't. But I mean, I lost a relationship because I had a great relationship.
Hey man, she was asking to do
That was
But you weren't willing to try.
I did. I tried to tell myself I don't like it. I said, this ain't no fun.
Hey, and that's
I
good,
apologize. It's no fun to me.
That's good though, because if you would have married her, then she would have been deprived of something that she was really into.
You said yeah, she was cheating. But I respected her though. See, that's what I'm saying. Communication. I respected her.
So she has that. Like she could not have a sexual relationship without
our
her.
kids and everything the kinks was nice. And that was one that I did not realize women really like to watch and stuff like that. And when she sprung that on me, I was like, oh, Lord, no.
I hate to see you go, man.
Oh, no. Bro, I almost dropped a tear, bro. I was like, yo, hold on, give me a second.
Y'all saved each other, man.
I don't know what to do. I'm like, somebody teach me. I'm like, I don't know. I'll tell you, it really hurt me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just said, I can't do it. And I mean, to this day, I'll never forget that story. She was a great woman, bro.
Yeah.
My feelings are hurt now. It's time to end
That was good.
Hey, y'all, hey, don't cheat. Because if you cheat,
Don't cheat.
it's going to take some time.
You said it won't be the same.
It won't be the same at all.
It won't be the same. It might be better. It might be worse.
Hey, you know something?
But it won't be the same.
But you got to work at it. You got to figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
But, you heard our point. Sex is important. And we know that. And cheating is something that is going to always occur. It may not occur in your relationship, and you thank God for that. But for those of you that are not fortunate enough to be in a relationship where your partner's not 100% faithful to you, work on fixing that. We've done to allow a little grace. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, don't allow the habit to overtake you. If you need to get away, take that time to get away right then. Because if you don't, it could cause something that is detrimental later on in your relationship, your mental. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want that.
No, you don't, man. And even more importantly, man, know your person.
Yeah,
know your person. That's all that comes down to. So we thank y'all for hanging out with us.
We do.
We are at Hooters every Thursday, 7 o'clock in Cedar Hill, kicking it. The waitresses doing their thing, man, and the wings is hot, the drinks are flowing.
That's right.
We got these beautiful ladies with us.
And we'll be back.
Yeah.
We gonna come back.
All right.
Adult Play Therapy Uncensored.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the content tonight, so it was good. But that concludes this episode. So we're going to go ahead and close out. And at the end of the day, we want you guys to tell us what you think. Y'all believe that?